Hello once again, dear viewers. You're watching ERi-TV. Welcome to our news broadcast. Here are the headlines. World Teachers' Day observed. World Cerebral Palsy Day observed in the Central Region. Kenya confirms last troop to leave Somalia by end of 2024. At least 40 killed after glacial lake flooding in Indian Himalayas. In our domestic news, World Teachers' Day, 5 October, was observed under the theme, "The Teachers We Need for the Education We Want, the Global Imperative to Reverse the Teacher Shortage," featuring various programs. Speaking at the occasion, Mr. Petros Hailemariam, Acting Minister of the Ministry of Education, stated that basic education is the right of every citizen, duly noting the enormous investment the government and the public are providing to the education sector, which is recording encouraging results, indicating that the development of a country is measured by the quality of education that it offers to its citizens. Mr. Simon Mahari, chairman of the National Teachers Association, said that the government is exerting strong effort to address teachers' shortage. Mr. Simon continued to state that teachers play a key role in guaranteeing the provision of high-quality education and stressed the significance of setting up skilled upgrading training programs for teachers. World Teachers' Day is being observed for the 30th time at international level and for the 27th time at national level. Established in 1958 and now a member of the Global Teachers Association since 1996, the National Teachers Association of Eritrea has over 29,000 members. World Cerebral Day, 6 October, was observed in Asmara at regional level under the theme, "Let's ensure the development of citizens with intellectual and developmental disability." Mr. Yasin Ahmed, the chairman of the National Association of Intellectual and Developmental Disability in the Central Region, stated that cerebral palsy is one of the common physical disabilities affecting the most vulnerable, and that with proper care and social support, those with the disability could develop gradually. The National Association of Intellectual and Developmental Disabilities chairman, Colonel Berhane Bukhratien, stated that the occasion is working to ensure the establishment of a proper infrastructure for the development of teaching and learning process for the disabled, expansion of rehabilitation centers for the disabled, as well as for a greater role of the government, institutions and stakeholders for the welfare of the disabled citizens. World Cerebral Palsy Day is being observed for the 11th time at international level and for the 5th time here in Eritrea. Nurse Ahmed Umar, head of the health center in Habaro subzone, reported that the health center is providing commendable health services to the public. Nurse Ahmed said that thanks to the sustainable health promotion and awareness campaigns conducted in the past 6 to 8 months, the number of outgoing patients treated at the health center has decreased by over 25%. Nurse Ahmed went on to say that the health center is actively working to encourage the residents to conduct regular environmental sanitation activities within a view to control the prevalence of communicable diseases. The Habaro Center also offers a variety of services, including general medical care, maternity waiting homes, communicable diseases prevention, and laboratory services. That was our domestic news. Please stay tuned for the international news right after the short break. Kenya's defense ministry said on Wednesday that it will withdraw its last troops in Somalia under the African Union Transitional Mission in Somalia, ATMIS, by the end of 2024. The planned withdrawal was confirmed by Defense Cabinet Secretary Aden Dual to the Senate. Dual's confirmation comes despite a recent delay to the scheduled drawdown. following a request by Somalia to pause the drawdown of African Union peacekeepers for 3 months. There are more than 4,000 Kenyan troops deployed in Somalia under ATMIS, alongside troops from Uganda, Ethiopia, Burundi and Djibouti. In July 2023, Kenyan Interior Minister Kithure Kindiki announced that the scheduled reopening of the Kenyan border with Somalia would be postponed. The Somali-Kenyan border has been closed since October 2011, but following Somalia's presidential elections in May of 2022, the two countries announced their intention to reopen the crossing. A spate of attacks by Al-Shabaab on Kenyan territory near the border, however, stalled these plans. On June 13, 8 Kenyan police officers were killed in Garissa by an improvised explosive device. Then on June 24, 5 civilians were killed in Lamu in a gruesome attack claimed by the insurgents. At least 40 people were killed after a glacial lake burst its banks and triggered flash floods this week in the Indian Himalayas, government officials said today, as rescuers searched for dozens still missing. The Linonak Lake in the mountainous Sikkim state overflowed on Wednesday, causing major flooding that authorities said had impacted the lives of 22,000 people. It is the latest deadly weather event in South Asia's mountains, being blamed on climate change. Sikkim officials had put the death toll at 18 yesterday evening. Officials in the neighboring downstream state of West Bengal said that emergency teams recovered another 22 bodies that had been washed away. The Indian Army said it is planning to evacuate nearly 1,500 stranded tourists using helicopters as weather in the region improves. Please stay tuned now for a recap of tonight's headlines. World Teachers' Day observed in Eritrea. World Cerebral Palsy Day observed in the Central Region. Kenya confirms last troops to leave Somalia by the end of 2024. At least 40 killed after glacial lake flooding in Indian Himalayas. And that was our news for tonight, dear viewers. It is good night from us.